Hey guys, it's Gary Wong here with GaryWongRealty.com. I'm here with Jordan Thomson, one of my favorite mortgage brokers, and we're going to discuss the real estate market right now.
Yeah, I wanted to say it's Jordan from Citywide Mortgages. Thanks, Gary, for chatting with me today. So we've been talking about the real estate market and how everybody seems to be an armchair realtor.
Yeah.
And my clients often come to me and say, "So, Jordan, what's the market like?" And that's what I wanted to talk to Gary about, what the spring market is looking like and what he can offer. I also wanted to plug his book here. Thank you, Gary. He's written the book on Vancouver real estate. So, Gary, can you tell us a little bit about what the spring market is looking like this year?
So everybody has heard of, everybody who's been in Vancouver for any amount of time knows that last year was pretty much the craziest year in the history for the past 10, 20 years. So when you see articles in the news and media outlets saying that, oh, it's slower than last year, it's a slow year, it's dropped, sales have dropped like 50% or 80%, they're comparing it to last year where it was at a historical high, where it was at an unsustainable rate. So right now, so let's just say it was a super, super hot market last year. So now it's just a balanced, semi-hot market. And it depends on the different property types, depends on which area you're looking at. Some areas are slower than others, but the areas, the property types that are always hot are pretty much the condo and townhome markets, because it's still, people are afraid of just losing out and not being able to afford their first home. So when apartments and townhomes are still somewhat affordable, they are trying to jump and fight for it.
So are you seeing a lot of multiple offers like we had last year where, the offers are going way above asking and leaving a lot of people frustrated because it's really hard to get into the market?
So I would say that it's not as crazy as last year where we could see anywhere from 15 to 20 offers. Right now we're probably looking at, if in a multiple offer situation, anything from two to seven offers on average. And usually that's only when the properties are priced well. If it's overpriced, chances are it's not going to be in a multiple offer situation.
And so what are your personal feelings on multiple offers? Like, how do you deal with that with your clients?
So,
what do you say to them?
The first thing I do when I work with my clients is I make sure that they go through the process. I make sure they go through a mortgage broker or a mortgage professional, whether they bank at the bank or with their particular mortgage broker. And I send them to Jordan, and Jordan pre-approves them. And once I find out their pre-approval amount, then we can actually go and look at homes and we can see what's out there that matches their budget. One of the common mistakes they make is that they come and they say, Gary, I'd like to buy X amount, 300,000 or 500,000 or 700,000, but we run the credit after Jordan runs the credit and realizes they can only afford 400,000. So then it makes my job a lot easier once I know their budget. Then I can strategize which properties we should look for, what areas we should look for. And then we go through that kind of process. And then when it comes to offer type, when it comes to writing offers, I give them suggestions. I give them based on their risk tolerance level. Some people, they hate missing out on great deals. They hate missing out. So I might be a little bit more aggressive in terms of the offer strategy. And some people are more conservative, and they're okay if they miss out and lose out on a multiple offer situation. Okay. So it really depends on the person.
Yeah, and what's important to know about multiple offers, like Gary was saying, it's really, really important to be pre-qualified, and that for me as a mortgage broker, that we have all your documents up front so we can really do the verification of your down payment and your income, so that's not an issue. Final pre-approval is going to come when we actually have the property and we do the due diligence prior to making that offer, so that we know it's a good property, because final approval can only come once we have all those things
Correct.
Approved, basically. So your down payment, your income qualification, and the property itself. So that's really important. So given that it's a fairly hot market, what are some of the things that people should be looking for when they're looking to purchase in Vancouver? What are some of the, the things that are important to people that they should, or rather important about the properties that they should be looking for when they start looking for their first home, or even their second or third?
When I talk with my clients, I go through a consultation process, and I really want to emphasize it depends on the person. They really need to get pre-qualified and pre-approved, so I can create a strategy on how we can approach this. We don't just go randomly take a look at homes, because they might not be able to afford it, or they might just buy something and regret it. I look at their short-term and long-term strategy, but that's where the realtor comes in place, right? That's why you choose a really good realtor, and the realtor should look at every client situation differently. So when I look at my clients and I look at their short-term, long-term goals, and it doesn't have to be like set in stone. They can change, and then I basically work with that, and I see what's out there, and we go look at homes, and a lot of times what the property type and the property location changes. So they were looking at downtown, but in the end they end up buying in Falls Creek. Or they were looking at Kitsilano, but they end up buying in the Oak Ridge area. So I think first off, most important thing to look for is make sure you get qualified, make sure you choose the right realtor, make sure you know which location your preferences are. So having this kind of foundation helps the mortgage broker and helps the realtor be able to assist you and work according to your needs, right?
Yeah.
And then obviously I've worked with a lot of first-time home buyers and a lot of clients who have bought and sold many times. And I find that a lot of times they're hesitant. They're hesitant to pull the trigger, and they're looking for that perfect home.
Yeah.
But chances are the perfect home doesn't exist. Actually, I would go as far as saying that the perfect home never exists. Because what seems perfect right now, a year later, may be like, oh, it's 90% perfect, right? So what I would suggest to people who are trying to get into the market, just go out, look at homes. Obviously, don't just buy or make offers randomly, but work with your mortgage broker and your realtor. Make offers on homes. Realize that the home that you're buying is not going to be the absolute perfect home.
Okay.
And you want to look at something that's going to be 80 to 90% perfect.
Okay.
And then just get yourself into the market. A lot of people just sit on the fence and they end up never buying, and they see the market going up and up and up, and then they might end up just getting emotional and just buying something on the go and not really thinking it through. So definitely work with your mortgage broker and realtor, and we can guide you through that process.
Yeah. And I get a lot of clients that say, is it a good time to buy? And my answer to that is, well, we can never really determine what the rates are going to be like in 6 months or a year. I mean, we have an idea, but it never really is the perfect time. Is it perfect for you right now?
That's right.
Do you need to move? And it's a perfect time if it's perfect for you, if it's the right thing. What about, when somebody's looking at their first home, do you get them to kind of, check out the neighborhood, make sure the neighbor's okay?
I definitely go through. I talk to definitely. I talk to them about what's important to them: transit, asset appreciation, the schools, the community, and I basically narrow down. I have a long questionnaire that I ask them, and then sometimes they change their mind from time to time.
Yeah.
But what I remind them is that most people in Vancouver move every 5 to 7 years.
Wow.
So as long as we buy something that's 80 to 90% of what you want, and it's really good for resale. So don't buy any ex-grow-ups or don't buy any severely stigmatized properties, and and we can go from there.
Okay, so final question.
Yes.
Where is a good place to buy right now? What are some of the hot places to buy that we think are possibly going to be going up in value quite well, or just where is hot?
So I think right now anywhere in Vancouver is pretty hot. Obviously, the west side is always hotter than the east side because the west side is the premium neighborhood. Yeah. I would say in the west side for condos, probably Falls Creek and Olympic Village being the hottest market right now. Downtown is also always consistently pretty hot. Yeah. I say for houses, probably the cheaper areas out in the Fraser Valley, Surrey is also quite hot. East Van is actually a buyer's market. So actually East Van for houses is a pretty good time to buy. Like I said, it depends on the individual. I give them, I ask them different questions, and then I find out what they're looking for, and then I'll suggest the neighborhood.
Great. Well, thank you so much. I really want to say thank you to Gary for spending this time with us to talk about Vancouver real estate. Is it hot or not? And thanks for taking time out of your very busy schedule. I'm going to be doing another Facebook Live series with financial planner Aimee Shawore. She's going to tell us where we can find money that we don't even know we have. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope it went okay. This is our first try, so I really appreciate it. Take care and have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye.
This channel is the Everything Real Estate channel. Maybe you're a first-time home buyer trying to buy your first place. Maybe you're a homeowner trying to learn how to sell your home for top dollar. Maybe you're a real estate investor and you want to learn some investor secrets. Or maybe you work in the real estate industry. This is the channel you want to be subscribed to. In this channel, I'll address the frequently asked questions, teach you how to avoid the common mistakes, but most importantly, I'll teach you how to make money in real estate. So if you haven't done so already, go ahead, click the subscribe button below, and I'll see you in the next video.